Good morning children, I am Sarita. Now I am going to teach you excretion in humans. As you know, excretion is the process of removal of waste from the body. In case of human beings, they are advanced organisms, so they must have an advanced system to do the excretion process. So a group of organs are there to do the excretion process in human being that are collectively called excretory system. So what is excretory system? Excretory system. So excretory system is a group of organs which involve in the excretion process. So the excretory system in human beings do the function of collection of liquid waste from the body and help it to get rid of from the body. Is it clear? And the excretory system consists of the following organs. First is a pair of kidneys. A pair of kidneys. And a pair of ureters. A pair of ureters. And urinary bladder. Urinary bladder. Then the last one, urethra. So these are the organs involved in the excretory system of human beings. So we can see this is the excretory system. So in this excretory system we can see a pair of kidneys. So this is the kidney. A pair of kidneys, two kidneys on either side of the abdomen, and it is followed by a pair of tubular structure. This is called ureter. So ureters, two ureters are here, and this is the urinary bladder. Urinary bladder. And the last opening, that is urethra. So this is the excretory system in human beings. Excretory system in human beings. So what are the organs in the excretory system? A pair of kidneys, a pair of ureters, a urinary bladder and urethra. Here the function I told you, the collection of liquid waste from the body. So actually the kidneys filter the blood to remove the waste materials from the body. So the filtration occurs in the kidneys. So actually the kidneys consist of several or millions of filtering unit or filtration units called nephrons. So inside the kidney we can see nephrons. Actually nephrons are the filtering unit of kidneys. Is it clear? And now we can see the waste materials after filtration form a yellowish liquid, and that is a urine, and that yellowish liquid pass through the ureters, then finally reach the urinary bladder. From the urinary bladder it passes out from the body through the urethra. That I will teach you. Now we can see the excretory system. Is it clear about the excretory system? So in kidneys we can see the filtration units, nephrons. Here the two kidneys are bean-shaped structure. You can see the shape. These are bean-shaped structure. It is situated at the back of the body or in the abdomen at the back region, just above the waist. We can see these two kidneys. And these two kidneys consist of millions of filtration units. What is the name of that filtration unit of kidneys? Nephrons. So we can see the nephrons. See, this is the structure of nephron. This is a single nephron. Such millions of nephrons are there in each kidneys. Actually, this is the filtration unit or excretory unit of kidney. Is it clear? And now we can see the structure of nephron entity. You can see a cup-shaped structure over here. A cup-shaped structure, and this cup-shaped structure is called Bowman's capsule. This is the cup-shaped structure. It is called Bowman's capsule. Bowman's capsule. Okay, so the nephron consists of a cup-shaped structure at one end, and a cup-shaped structure is called Bowman's capsule. And the Bowman's capsule leads to another structure, which is a tubular structure. You can see a tubular structure over here, and this tubular structure is called tubule. So this is the tubule. Okay, so the cup-shaped structure is followed by a tubular structure that is called tubule, and the tubule ends in a duct which is called collecting duct. Collecting duct. So is it clear? So the nephron consists of a cup-shaped structure called the Bowman's capsule. Bowman's capsule is followed by a tubular structure which is called a tubule, and this tubule ends in a collecting duct. Actually, this is a tubule. This light rose color. Okay, this is the tubular structure. Okay. Now we can see this Bowman's capsule consists of a bundle of blood capillaries. We can see inside the Bowman's capsule, and that is known as glomerulus. Glomerulus. Plural, glomeruli. Okay. So inside the Bowman's capsule, we can see a bundle of blood capillaries called glomerulus. Plural, glomeruli. And another thing we can see, this glomerulus, one end of the glomerulus is connected to the renal artery. This is the renal artery. Renal artery. Okay. And the other end of the glomerulus comes out of here. One end is connected to the artery, and the other end comes out of the Bowman's capsule and surrounds the tubule. As you can see this shape or this color, this is the capillary. Okay, so this is artery, red in color, then the color you can see, this is a capillary, then finally it joined with the renal vein. So this bluish color, this is the vein. Okay, so this is the renal vein. So once again you can see, the one end of the glomerulus is connected to the renal artery. The other end comes out from the Bowman's capsule and surrounds the tubule as capillary, blood capillary. Then finally it joined with the renal vein. Okay, it finally joined with the renal vein. And now we can see some extra structure that you can study in +1 only. So this area is the proximal convoluted tube, and this is the distal convoluted tube. No need to study now. In +1 you can study that. And in this area there is a loop-like structure in the tubule. So tubule we can see as a loop-like structure. Actually this is a tubule. So tubule, this is a tubule. So here you can see a loop. This is a loop, and this loop is known as loop of Henle. Loop of Henle or Henle's loop. Okay, so this is Henle's loop. This area is known as Henle's loop or loop of Henle. Okay, no need of marking here. Sorry. And now we can see next areas. Okay, so here this tubular part is the descending part or descending limb, and this is the ascending limb. Okay, so this is the descending limb and this is the ascending limb. Here you need to study only this one part of the nephron. Is it clear? Once more we can see the nephron consists of a cup-like structure called the Bowman's capsule. And the Bowman's capsule is followed by a tubular structure which is called a tubule. Tubule ends in a duct called collecting duct. And inside the Bowman's capsule, we can see a bundle of blood capillaries called the glomerulus. And one end of the glomerulus is connected to the renal artery. This is the renal artery, and the other end comes out from the Bowman's capsule and surrounds the tubule, then finally join the renal vein. Actually, this glomerulus surrounds the tubule as blood capillaries, then finally join the renal vein. You can see here this are joined with the renal vein. Okay. And there is a loop-like structure in the tubule that is called a Henle's loop or loop of Henle. So this is a loop of Henle. So clear about the structure of nephron. So now we can see how this glomerulus filter the blood. Actually, the filtration unit of the kidney is nephron. Such millions of nephrons are doing the same function of filtration of blood. And the nephron consists of a bundle of blood capillary, glomerulus. Actually, the glomeruli do the filtration in nephron. So, who filter the blood in nephron? Glomeruli. Glomeruli filter the blood in the nephron. Okay. So, now we can see here the glomeruli, or we can say the renal artery, bring blood to the glomerulus. Okay, so the renal artery carry blood to the glomerulus for filtration. And from there, after filtration, the filtrate comes out from the Bowman's capsule and enters into the tubule. So once more, the renal artery brings blood into the Bowman's capsule or into the glomeruli for filtration. After filtration of blood, the filtrate comes out of the Bowman's capsule and enter into the tubule. So this filtrate consists of, we can see the filtrate consists of, useful substances and waste materials. Useful substances and waste materials. The useful substances are glucose, amino acids, then ions such as sodium, chloride, etc. And the waste materials are nitrogenous waste such as urea, uric acid, unwanted salt, then excess water, etc. Okay, so the filtrate consists of useful substances as well as waste materials. Here, this filtrate enter into the tubule. So, in the tubule, the useful substances such as glucose, amino acids, then ions such as sodium, chloride, etc. are reabsorbed by the tubule. Okay, so the useful substances from the filtrate are reabsorbed by the tubule. And after that, the remaining water, excess water and the nitrogenous waste also left behind in the tubule, and that form a yellowish liquid which is called urine. Is it clear? So, the filtrate consists of useful substances which are reabsorbed by the tubule, and the remaining excess water along with the nitrogenous waste left behind in the tubule that form an yellowish liquid called urine. And that urine move towards the collecting duct. So the collecting duct collects the urine from the tubule. And after filtration, the blood carried by the renal vein. So the cleaned blood is passed through the renal vein. Is it clear? So once more we can see the renal artery collect the blood for filtration into the glomerulus, and after filtration the filtrate enter into the tubule the filtrate consists of useful substances as well as waste substances. The useful substances are reabsorbed by the tubule and the waste materials along with excess water form an yellowish liquid called the urine that is collected in the collecting duct. Is it clear? And now we can see the yellowish liquid urine. As I told you, the yellowish liquid is the urine. The urine consists of 95% of water and the remaining 5% out of that 2.5% is waste products. Waste products and another 2.5% is urea, nitrogenous waste such as urea. So this yellowish liquid called the urine is collected in the collecting duct. From the collecting duct, it passes, we can see that structure. See, from the collecting duct, it passes or reach into the urinary bladder through the ureters. Okay, so from the urinary bladder, it passes out of the body through the urethra. So this is actually the working of excretory system. And we can see what are the functions of this nephron then. What are the functions of nephron? So the functions of nephrons are, first one, filtration. Filtration. So it filters the blood to remove the waste materials. And second is reabsorption. The reabsorption of useful substances. Reabsorption by the tubule, or we can say tubular reabsorption. And the third one is urine formation. So these are the functions of nephron. Okay. So what are the functions of nephron? Filtration or blood filtration, tubular reabsorption and urine formation. Okay. And now we can see the nephron or the kidney can filter 180 liter of blood per day. 180 liter of blood per day can be filtered by the kidney. Okay. And another important question, how the urine produced is regulated. How urine produced is regulated. It's an important question. So, the amount of urine produced is regulated by the amount of water reabsorbed. So, it depends on the amount of water reabsorbed. Okay. And this also depends on how much excess water is there. It depends on the excess water in the body. It depends on the excess water in the body. And it also depends on the amount of excretory waste or amount of waste materials are to be excreted. Amount of waste materials are to be excreted. So, the amount of urine produced is depends on the amount of water reabsorbed, the amount of excess water in the body and the amount of waste materials are to be excreted. Is it clear? Next we can see an important area. If a person is having a normal kidney or healthy kidney, the kidney can do the filtration of blood properly. If the person is suffering from kidney failure, his kidneys do not work properly to clean the blood. So in such conditions, a process called a dialysis. Dialysis can be done to clean the blood regularly by removing the waste from the body. So, dialysis is a process used for cleaning the blood or filtering the blood by removing the waste materials from it by using a machine called dialysis machine. Dialysis machine. Okay, is it clear about dialysis? So, if a person is suffering from kidney failure, his blood can be cleaned regularly by removing the waste by using a machine called a dialysis machine. And that process is called dialysis. Hope you understood everything about the excretory system in human beings. The first chapter, life process, is over. That's all for today.